Hey everyone, it's Bubbles and welcome back to my channel. Also welcome if you're new. So today's video is gonna be a special birthday video because today is my birthday, but I decided I wanted to do a build challenge like I mentioned in last video, but if you didn't see that, that's fine. So I decided to do a randomized build challenge for this video. But right now I'm on SimStation Nation's website and they have some build generators, and I'll link their website in the description, so if you want to check out their website, they have a bunch of other things on here as well. So this is the build generator, and you can customize it to have like your different packs, but also like how many special items to include and like the budget range and just stuff like that. So I'm gonna go into the pack settings, and the only ones I don't have are the Journey to Batu game pack and the Luxury Party stuff pack. There are not kits included in this. And then down here in the miscellaneous settings, I just kept it so that the special objects were between 2 and 3, and then the range of sims I just kept it 1 day, and the range of pricing I put it up to 25,000, so it was like a normal starting home. But funny story, I completely forgot about the budget, so we're just gonna ignore that part. So I randomized it a few times until I found like a prompt I vibed with, and I picked this one. So build a brown apartment in Newcrest with a lot trait mean vibe for 5 sims with a budget of 86,000 simoleons, and it must include a small flower garden and a hot tub. So like I said, I literally like completely spaced the fact that it needed to be 86,000, and my brain just ran with, I'm gonna build a brown apartment complex because I want to. So everything else in this prompt I did follow except the budget, so I hope that's okay. So onto the actual speed build part, because I just decided with the idea I had in mind, it'd just be easier just to do this as like a normal speed build, instead of like a build with me thing. So yeah, because I have noticed when I've tried to record things where you, where it's not sped up, I like don't talk, so, because I get like very hyper focused. But anyway, so, like it seems with every build, I end up having to cut a lot of me doing the floor plan because it takes me so long. So that is not included. However, of course, I did have the floor plan pictures and screenshots at the end of the build, so if you want to see how I did it. But since I did an apartment complex, there's 3 levels, so there's like a basement level that's slightly different than the first and second. The first and second are exactly the same. However, I like mirrored the apartments on the other side. I built it as like 2 separate buildings, but they're joined together. So that's why there's 2 doors out the front and the back. But they share this lot in like the backyard area, which I will get to very soon. But I did want to include these parts because I was planning out like the furniture that was built in every apartment. And yeah, so I just, when I did the balconies for the first and second floor as well, but as you can see, those like little cutout parts where you can see the basement level, I wanted to do it like the like New York style apartments where they do have basement level that you go down a stairwell to get to the front door, because I thought that always looked cool and I haven't done that before. So I did it here, hence why the basement ones are slightly different. So I also changed up the floor plan and the sizing of the basement apartments just so I could fit in an extra bedroom. So yeah, because like the first and second floor apartments are only like a 1-bedroom apartment, but the basement is 2 bedrooms. And then all of them only have 1 bathroom because they are quite small, but the living areas are still like spacious enough. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this, and I thought it came out really nice in the end. And I almost was like, yeah, this is based off of almost New York apartment style, but it almost looks as if like it got like a new owner and a little bit of a refresh. Not exactly completely renovated, but I did keep a lot of older traditional elements in and outside of the apartments, but inside there are a few things that are like more modern, if that makes sense. So yeah, I thought that just kind of brightened it up a little bit. And then as for the outside, the prompt said brown apartments, so I went with brown brick, 2 different kinds of bricks, as you can see here. One of them's from base game, and I believe, no, both of them are from base game, actually. One of them's got like the white grout, and then the other one I used on most of the building has like brown grout, and the brick on it is more textured, so I thought like that looked nicer. And then I used the one of like the stone masonry wallpapers we got from university, so I used that on the white parts. And then I just wanted to keep all of like the trim and the windows and doors all white, just so it wasn't so dark, because, you know, a dark brown building would be a little sad looking. But yeah, so and then as for the interiors of it, for all the apartments that had like the matching pieces amongst all of them, like the doors and stuff like that, I kept brown. And then like when I get to the inside, which I ended up losing the freaking footage like an idiot. I didn't delete it. What do you mean? I accidentally deleted the footage of me doing the like hallway space where you get to the 1st and 2nd floor apartments. But in there I put like wall decorations that are also brown wood. Because I'm an idiot, but it's fine. But yeah, I do have screenshots of those, so you will see them. When I was taking the screenshots of this, I did not include, like, I included one picture of each part of the hallways in, like, the common areas, just because they're literally identical to each other, and I didn't want it to be repetitive. But the apartments I did build in was, like, one side of the basement floor, the other side of the 1st floor, and then back to the 1st side on the 2nd floor. So I kind of like flip-flopped it. That way, like, each orientation of the apartments I built in. Since there was only needed to be 5 Sims in this, I decided to go for a single dad and his daughter in the basement apartments. And then, like, a middle-aged, more like an older couple in the 1st floor apartment. And then a single artist on the 2nd floor apartment. So, yeah, I thought that was just a good idea, just to keep it, like, different between all the apartments. And that way I could, like, switch up the building furniture in each of them. But yeah, so right now I'm working on the, like, it's not a backyard because it's technically a public space in my head, but like the, you know how in hotels they have like a pool, and I was like, I need a hot tub. So I was like, well, I could build a pool like they do have at hotels, where they have, like, the hot tub right next to it. So, yeah, this, like, outside area, I did that on one side, and then the flower garden here. I don't know if you consider this a small one. I do. So, I don't know, it fits, whatever. But, so, yeah, I just put, like, a little gardening area where there's plant pots. But also, I wanted to use the romantic garden flowers that we have in game, and I haven't used them in a while. And I just used a bunch of different colors because I wanted it to be like a very like colorful flower garden around the edges of the fence, and I think that it just looked really nice. As for the rest of the landscaping, I used these grass or bushy hedges to wrap all the way around, and then I put these trees in just to frame up the back. Since there wasn't a whole lot of space for trees, I wanted there to be some height in the landscaping. And then, yeah, I just put some lawn chairs out here for the public, mainly the people in the apartments. But yeah, for the other, like, flower bushes, I just kept it white and yellow, so it was kind of fitting with the brown, like, color scheme going on. And then I used these lampposts we got from, I believe, Romantic Gardens as well, and I love them, so I thought they were perfect here. And then I believe off cam, or maybe part of the deleted footage, I don't know, I put 2 signs out front with like cursive lettering that we got from, I believe the cursive lettering is from Dine Out, and the signposts I used were from Cats and Dogs, but just kind of like alluding to the title of the apartment complex. And then here's the first floor hallways. I decorated them the same on both sides, just mirror images. So I kind of took inspiration from the apartments from San Myshuno, and I put the mailboxes and trash bin things in the hallway. And then I changed my mind and put one of the mailbox and trash compactors down in the basement level, because I felt like it would be stupid for the people who have to live in the basement level to walk all the way up to throw their trash away and get their mail. So I just put it out in the little, like, cutout where the stairs lead down to, where their front door is. So yeah. And then, like, the San Myshuno apartments also have, like, the billboards for activities and festivals around. So I kind of put a billboard up by the front entrance on the first floor, and I also put a billboard up on the second floors of the apartments, just so they could walk by the stairs and see them. So yeah. And then the part of the deleted footage is me decorating the second floor in the common area, and I just put another hallway table, that billboard, and a seating area. And then down here is one of the basement apartments. So, like I said, this is where the single dad and his daughter live. And I wanted to go for, like, kind of a masculine interior style, but also, like, family-friendly, kind of loving kind of thing. I don't know. Yeah, and I did blue again. But it's darker blue. I don't know. I just felt like this dad gave me blue vibes. Like, I felt like he was really chill and calm. I don't know. I just felt like this dad is, like, super caring of his daughter. And he, like, does activities with her. And he, like, I thought he could, like, cook and bake with her. So I kind of decked out the kitchen. Like, he uses it a lot. And yeah, I used, mostly, like, mid-century modern furniture down here, because, like, the stuff we got from Tiny Living is all, like, round furniture, and I don't know why my brain says, yes, kid-friendly, I don't know. So, yeah, I ended up using the, like, shelving units we got from Dream Home Decorator that are rounded instead of the square ones, because I don't often get to use the rounded ones, and I thought this one was perfect. But when I got to the dad's bedroom, I completely forgot I was going for that, because I did this over the span of this whole week. So I go in with me doing the square furniture in his bedroom, and then I go back and change a little bit of it, but I completely spaced his closet area. So off cam, I did go and fix it, so it is the rounded furniture. It's literally the exact same orientation. I just changed it to the rounded version. I don't know. I kept like forgetting things when I was building this, because I was like trying to make sure all of the apartments were identical and they all had like the appliance built in and like the curtains built in, because I was like, the apartments around like where I live have blinds like this. And yeah, I was just trying to make sure it was all like similar, and then I kept forgetting things like smoke detectors in all the kitchens, so I went through and did all that. And then I was like, oh yeah, pendant lights, those would come with the apartment though, so then I had to put those in, and it was just like, oh my god. I'm pretty sure I have everything the way it's supposed to be now. So, yeah. Oh, and then, like, the last thing I forgot is that I put laundry machines in every apartment, and I forgot all the hampers, which I do a lot. So, those are all fixed, though. And it is already uploaded, but it should be all good to go. But yeah, I just kept forgetting, like, everything. And then, yeah, just there, I was originally going for the blue version of that, but I'm like, literally, that blue's only in the wood on Dream Home Decorator, and I was using the Tiny Living stuff, so I changed it to this mid-tone brown with the, like, other things being blue in it, so I got to use this couch, which I haven't used in a while, and I really like it. But, yeah, and then I decided I wanted to build in this wall here so the TV didn't look weird, so I had to do that for the other one. But yeah, I was just screwing myself up this whole build. It was great. But it's fine, because I got it done. It's fine. Oh, I forgot to mention that I did build this on a 40 by 30 lot. So it is a little bigger, just so I could fit, like, the pool and the garden in the back. And of course, as the prompt instructed, to do it in Newcrest, so I did that. The lot I picked in Newcrest, since there's a bunch of 30 by 40 lots, I picked the one closest to the bottom of the map on the rightmost side, where those, like, line of lots are in Newcrest. I picked the bottommost one because I felt like it being like a narrower lot is what I wanted to go for, since it's an apartment complex. But yeah, and then over here is his like desk area, the dad's desk area. And yeah, I put some clutter in here in the living room that was like the daughter's stuff. And then yeah, I believe I kept the footage of me decorating the bathroom in this apartment, but they're literally all the same and they're very small, so the difference between all of them is like the towel colors in them. Yeah, so in like the first and second floor ones don't really even have room for towels, so I omitted that because of the way I built the bathroom leading into the laundry room, because I thought that was cool. So, yeah, very simply decorated. But like the mirrors and like the over the toilet cupboard thing I had for all the apartments, since that's how they are around where I live. So yeah. But yeah, so here is the dad's bedroom, and I wanted to use this bed because I haven't used it before, but also it was the perfect blue. And yeah, as you can see, I'm using the wrong cabinets, like I said, and I don't know what I was doing. It's fine. But yeah, I started out with like even the bedside tables being the square ones. I was like, oh yeah, I have to use the round ones. So I switch them out, and then I just completely spaced the dresser area. But I used the right bookshelf in the bedroom. I don't know. I felt like I was going into this very organized, and it just came out very scatterbrained, but it's fine. And then, yeah, I just put a few, like, art prints behind in that space where the, what is it called? It's like I don't know what that bed style is called, but yeah. And then I just put a big art piece on the other wall, since there are no windows in any of the bedrooms on the basement. I tried to make the living room have the windows out the back. So I had to just make the bedrooms not have windows, which don't really like doing that, especially if there's a kid living in there. But, you know, I had to make do, but yeah, so now we're on the daughter's bedroom, and for her, I wanted to do a purple bedroom because I don't often do purple, even though what did I do last time? What was last builds? No, I guess I didn't do purple last build. Okay, that's fine. But, hi Pooh! My cat says hi. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to do purple for this one. And I got to use this bed we got from Snowy Escape, finally. I love that bed. And I used some lighter woods in her bedroom just because I felt like, well, not only did it match with the bed frame of the bed, which I don't know why. Sometimes my brain's like, I have to match the woods, otherwise it's gonna bother me. And sometimes I don't. I don't know. But yeah, so as for her, I didn't really have any idea of, like, what her hobbies were or the dads in this. I just wanted them to be, like, pretty close. And then as for the daughter, I did build it with her, the thought in mind that she's a little bit older. She's still, like, a kid, like the child. She's not a teenager yet, but I felt like she was on, like, the older end of being a kid. So her bedroom's a little bit more mature. So there's still a few toys in here and, like, cute statues, but not as many. And I don't do that kind of thing very often, but honestly, I'm 22 now. Jesus, I feel old. And I still have, like, cute statues in my bedroom. I'm a child at heart. Yeah. Let me know if you still have toys in your bedroom, because I won't judge you, because I have, like, 20 different plushies. I'm, like, not even gonna lie. I have, like, many cat plushies I've gotten from anime conventions. So, yeah. But yeah, and then I wanted to use this side table for her bedroom, since I thought that would be cute as well, and I put these candles here. And yeah, I put some purple rugs, but that's the end of that apartment. These apartments seem to go by pretty quick. I don't know. When I was building them, it didn't seem to take very long, and I was like, oh yeah, there's only like 5 rooms in here. So yeah, so now we are on the first floor apartment, one of them, and this is for the, like, I wanted it to be an older couple, but not, like, elderly, more, like, middle-aged. And so I had more thought of who these people were when I was building them, building this apartment. So I wanted, like I said, I wanted there to be distinct styles for each of the apartments. That way I wasn't doing the same thing over and over again. So as you saw for the single dad, his stuff is more mid-century modern and blue. For this one, I just wanted to go ham with, like, traditional furniture. So it's a little grandma-y, but I feel like I elevated it enough so that it's not, like, too old. But I kind of felt like this couple were, like, kind of like old souls. Like, they're very, like, they like traditional things. I don't know. Because, like, when I was thinking about, like, what they did, I was thinking that maybe one of them is, like, a writer, and they're, like, very into, like, traditional art things, maybe like the opera, stuff like that. So I kind of felt like they were, not like too fancy, but like they're very artsy people, you know? And I wanted there to be quite a few bookshelves in here, as many as I could fit, to be honest. So yeah, I felt like they were just into the fine arts quite a bit. And then over here, I was trying to do something with this cabinet, but it didn't come in the colors I wanted it to. And then I was like, oh, this desk is perfect, but again, it doesn't come in the right color. So I did dark wood and white in here. So I kind of tied in this desk with the couch, because the couch is white. So I made it work, but I wanted to go for dark woods that kind of matched the brown woods in the apartment already. And so over here is like the writing desk for whoever the writer is. And I wanted to use the typewriter computer we got from Cottage Living, because I love it. It's adorable. But I thought it would be cool if they wrote in like typewriter format, because that's cool. And yeah, I just felt like this was the kind of vibe this couple is. And yeah, I like how this one came out too. I just like how all of them came out, because they're all very different. And I felt like the wife of this couple was like, she hated the blinds in this apartment, so she put her own curtains up. So here I'm like fiddling with them, trying to figure out if I can overlay curtains on top of these blinds. And I ended up settling for the cats and dogs ones I tried at first. And I used the tool mod to size them down just a little bit, because the rods were sticking outside of the apartment. So yeah. And I wanted them to be this nice brown, because these curtains were like perfect. But yeah. And this one does not have a TV in it. I just decided that they're more into reading books than watching TV. So, and there's not really like a wall to put it on. But then again, in the last apartment I decorate, I did put it on like a side table. So, whatever. And yeah, here I couldn't figure out what sofa to put down, and then I found this one from university that I like using. And yeah, it just ties in the white with the chairs at the islands, and also the desk. And then I put this hallway table behind it, since there was a space there, and just put some decorations up there, and also stereo. And then as for their coffee table, I did want to put a little bit more clutter on it, so it looked like they spend like a lot of time there. And just like some book clutter. I forget what else I put on there. Oh, of course I put a plant. Plants make everything better. And yeah, I was struggling with the carpet in here for some reason. I couldn't figure out which one I wanted to use, so I found this one from Base Game, but the sizing was weird, so I used Tool to fix the sizing so I could also have another carpet under the desk area. Because as you would probably notice if you watched a lot of my speed builds, I do that a lot. I don't know. I like having like round carpets under desks. I don't know. Oh, and then I found some debug pens to put on the coffee table, since it was like, I don't know, maybe they were editing something. I don't know. And then I put like letter clutter on the coffee table as well. And then as for the kitchen, so I also tried to like mix it up with the kitchen decorations I used in each of them. So for the dad, I did a lot of more modern things in his like clutter items in his kitchen. As for this one, I did still use the things I normally use, but I put a few more things that I would put in like cottages or like grandma houses or like Victorian things. Even though right now it doesn't look like I'm doing that. I also forgot that that's what I wanted to do in this one. So I actually did go back in and change out those jars to the ones we got from Cottage Living. And then the utensil holder I changed out to one of the traditional ones from base game. I don't know if I captured that on footage. I have no idea. And then this balcony, I just put a table and a grill. So I was thinking maybe, I don't know, the husband grills or the wife grills or something. I don't know. And then, yeah, this tray that we got from Eco Lifestyle as well. And then the last room for this apartment is the bedroom. So I kept it a little bit darker concept in here. So yeah, just a darker brown bedspread. There's not as much white in this one just because I couldn't get things to match correctly. But I feel like because it's a separate room, it's fine. But yeah, so I used these side tables from Cottage Living, and then I used these lamps from University, and the bed is also from the University pack as well. I love these lamps. I don't know why. And then, yeah, I just put lots of book clutter around this apartment. And then some Cottage Living art pieces. And then let's see, what dresser did I pick? Oh, the one from Cats and Dogs. I sized down a lot in these apartments because they weren't fitting quite right. But when I did put all the clutter items on them, I did make sure they were on top of where the dresser or object is actually at and not just floating in air, because, you know, that bothers me. But yeah, I ended up using the tool mod quite a bit in this, but it was mostly for like scaling and elevating things. So I really am glad I got the tool mod because it has helped me immensely do things I wouldn't normally do, and it's much easier than like the other paths I was taking. And I've noticed that because normally what I did when I elevated things was I'd use the 9 and 0 keys, and they don't always elevate it to the right level, or I'd use this red shelf here that is a CZ item that I always have linked in my description, by the way, but it just helps me put things at an exact level if they don't clip onto the item. But sometimes I don't like use that. I use the 9 and 0 keys, but like I've noticed like on objects I normally raise things up to, I've now noticed they don't actually like they're not actually at the right level, and I'm like, oh, that's gonna bother me. So yeah, a bunch of previous builds where I've done that stuff on, I'm like, oh no, those items are floating now. So yeah, just having the tool mod to put it at the right elevation is just really useful. But yeah, so we already finished the older couple's bedroom. As you saw, it was a little bit darker, but still loved how it came out. And then this is the last apartment we are decorating. So for this one, like I said, it is for a single sim. And I thought that this one could be like, I built it for a woman, but it could be for whoever. But I built this one for an artist. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to fit in a studio for like a photographer, because I was originally going to go with that. But unfortunately, yeah, I wanted to put like that screen we have for Mosquito stuff in here, and it just, nope, not gonna fit. So I scrapped that and just did a bunch of the art items we have in here, and you'll see me get to that here in a second. But yeah, that big collection of canvases and shelves we have in base game, as well as all of the canvases we've had from all the different packs. Like, there's one you can unlock when you reach a certain level as an artist for base game, but there's also one we got recently in Eco Lifestyle that's really nice. And yeah, I just used all that kind of stuff and put an easel in here as well. As for the decor style I wanted to do, I decided it would be fun to do like a boho vibe in here and it be like a lighter concept. So I ended up using a lot of white and light woods in here as well as blue and yellow. I love a blue and yellow color concept. But yeah, I think this just came out really, really cute, and I made sure it was very cluttered, like whoever lives in here lives a lot in here. Like, I don't know, I just wanted to do like a more messy artist style thing. But yeah, so over here is where the easel is, and this thing. And then, yeah, I just found as many of the floor leaning canvas things we have in game and put them in here. Yeah, and I decided they did landscape art since that's what's in that like storage thing. But yeah, and then I just put newspaper underneath it. And also I found that like shelving thing that's got a bunch of paints on it. Yeah, this thing. So, because I never use that. I always forget about it. And for some reason, when I go looking for it, I can't ever find it, which is weird. So, yeah, and then I just finished off this living room with a carpet and a wreath. And then over here is the bedroom. Oh, when I first started building in this apartment, I was building it on the wrong freaking level. I mixed myself up and didn't have it on the right level. It was supposed to be on the second floor, but I started building it on the first floor just next to the older couple's apartment. So then I had to like move all the items I had placed up to the right one. And I was like, really? Did I not check it? But yeah, we're all good. So, yeah, so I used the bed we got from Eco Lifestyle and just all the boho things we have that are from a bunch of different packs. Like I used the paranormal stuff and hanging plants. Yes, I wanted this person to be like artsy and also a bit of a gardener because I did put more plant pots on their like balcony area. And yeah, so I went hard with the blue and yellow vibe in here, but I feel like the fact that all the wallpaper is white helps. And the furniture I used in here was either like white or light wood, so yeah, I just kept it lighter. The lighting in the bedrooms was like really dark for some reason. I don't know why, but whatever. And then, yeah, so the laundry rooms, I did try to change it up between this one and the last apartment. It's a little bit different, but unfortunately it's the same items because we don't have very many, like, laundry thing items, so yeah, I just put, like, this plant we got from the newer kit, as well as this hanging plant, and then onto the kitchen. So, for this kitchen, yeah, I just messed around with the orientation of the items a little bit, so it was a little bit different, but, oh, and I did put a few more just, like, cuter decorations in here, since I felt like this person just went ham with decorations, and then I put this like little menu looking item here, and I used the items I hadn't really used in the other kitchens just to mix it up a little bit so it wasn't too repetitive. And then the last thing is the balcony, so yeah, I just put these two plant pots here, and then one of the plant items we got from, I think that one's from Seasons, and then just a chair and a table out here. And yeah, that is about it. So I hope you enjoyed this build, and I hope you consider me completing this challenge, even though I just completely X the budget. Yeah, I was looking at it like, oh yeah, maybe I can make it work. And I looked at how much this had already cost when I hadn't even put any interiors in, and it was already $203,000. And I was like, oops. So yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this build. If you did, make sure to give me a like and also subscribe for more, because I come out with new videos every weekend. And if you want to download this, it is already on the gallery. It should be the most recent post I have up. And if you like book-related things, I've started posting book nerd stuff on my Instagram, so you can follow me there if you're interested. My Instagram link is always in my description, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and other than that, I'll see you guys next week. Bye!